Pauline DeRoche. We have Diva and Richard Lord in the background, and a friend of ours, Alex, from Victoria. We're just all sitting around a camp and the damage that it does to families.
Yeah, so I was just about to say that last night as I was falling asleep, I thought, I was just, like, it just suddenly hit me. You know, do the kids really not remember being with me anymore? Do they? Is it too late? Is it reversible? What's happened to our relationship? You know what I mean? Because what if it's too late? You know, because I haven't seen them in so long.
Well, it's never too late, but you know, you kind of wonder about how you're ever gonna repair the damage.
And it's irreparable, and like we were talking about earlier.
Well, nothing's irreparable.
Okay, well listen, Alvin, like we were talking earlier, there is something that's irreparable. I used to have, you know, children between the ages of 6 and 13. Children I could take to the park, that I could blow bubbles with, that I could teach to bake. You know, now they're between the ages of, now I'm a grandma. Yeah. You know, and I've missed all that, going to the park, going on field trips with kindergarten classes, and all that's gone. And you can't get that back. Ever. And every time I think about it, finding one of their pictures.
Those aspects of the kid's life at that age you can't get back, but you can look to the future. You know.
I'm just trying to make a point about what's happened.
Oh, no, I
You're
understand.
changing the direction of my conversation, but I'm just saying that, you know, yes, I know that, Alvin, but the only way that I could get back what I've lost is if we went back in time, you know? I mean, because I actually, with the kindergarten class thing, just after the kids were apprehended, my youngest daughter was really excited because they were going to the bug zoo, the butterfly zoo in Victoria, and it was a field trip, and the ministry wouldn't let me go with her. You know, she was crying about it. Why couldn't I go with her? What was I going to do? You know?
Because they want to break the bonds.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, there's absolutely
but
no reason
one disappointment
I mean,
after another disappointment for a child, and then eventually they end up losing that ability to think that their parents can do anything.
No, they probably think I'm a total failure because they wanted to come home for so long, and I never came, got them, and took them home.
Yeah, I feel that guilt with my kids all the time. That they must be sitting there wondering, why haven't I come and saved them yet? And I mean, the moment I'm even on that property, I'm in prison. So,
you're supposed to be a child's hero, right? And then they take that ability away from you, and they end up defacing you and devaluing your parental strength, if you want to call it that. Right?
Oh, they just target people that they don't like, and they try and destroy everything about that person and all bonds and relationships, because they think that they know best and that they can do better and that you're just useless and go away.
Well, I think they hide behind that. That they've
used
it.
Hide behind the police.
Well, yeah, but they hide behind that we know better and we know what's best.
But the thing
and they hide behind that. I don't even think they believe it.
But
it just sounds good in court.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about with them. I think it's all about image, and that's why they hate it that we're doing these videos, and that's why they try and persecute us even stronger, because they do not like the bad publicity. They do not want people questioning their authority and questioning the government, that maybe, just maybe, the government of British Columbia and the country of Canada is out to fuck families, that they're out to destroy the family unit. And just maybe other countries around the world, like England, where you can go to jail, or you used to up until just recently, you'd go to jail for even talking about the fact they took your kids, and all the other countries around the world and states in the United States that are doing exactly the same thing, that maybe there's something going on here.
But let's go back to
our governments are not looking after us.
You guys are getting away from the topic.
No,
there is no topic.
Let's go back to what...
It's a round robin.
Topic. Let's not talk about all the, you know,
it's you guys
let's go back to what they're hiding behind.
The politics of it.
The fact of the matter is...
And you guys out there thought we got along all the time.
To be aware of I want people to just grow some empathy and be empathetic for what we've been through. Because
I want them to be held responsible, these social workers.
But you got to remember what Richard said earlier about them hiding behind, okay? They're hiding behind something A corporation. It might as well be a corporation, and it's the children that they're selling.
They're making money off our kids.
Okay, there wouldn't be no social workers if there wasn't any children, and they're making up the rules as they go along. I mean, they have a list of things that they're supposed to abide by. They never abide by anything.
Yeah.
You know, there's a list of things that are supposed to be reasons for why they take children, but they'll make up reasons.
Yeah.
Or
they'll change them. If you sit in court, you'll hear they use one excuse for one person and the opposite excuse for the other, and there's no rhyme or reason.
That's right. From community to community, there's different reasons for taking children. You know, shouldn't there be a set standard reasons why children are being taken and reasonable things that you can do to get your children back? But there is none. There's none. It's court, and that's it. There's no, you know, if you do this and you do this and you do this, we'll give you your children back. Give you another chance. Court's not like criminal court. You know, but it doesn't work like that. You have to go through. Your children have to go to these supervised visits. You have to go to these supervised visits. You know, and you know, there's no reason for those. It's just so that they can say, you know, we observed them doing this and we observed them doing. I've never heard anybody come from a supervised visit with a good report, ever. So what is that for? Well, that is to build their case against you.
Exactly. That's what the supervisor
is there for. Because they didn't have one in the first place. They didn't have no reason to take your children in the first place, so now they're trying to build their case, and that's the way they're doing it.
And now they're trying to make it so that if anyone has a criminal record, you can't be with children.
Well, no, that's not yet. Not yet. That's what
they're pushing for.
That's what they're pushing for. Yeah, yeah.
Lots of parents have criminal
she's
records.
The one that's supposed to be on our side. Well, you know, she's going to be for the children.
On the family side.
But holy crap, that's not a good
families.
thing.
Anyone who goes around trying to
What's her name?
separate families
Mary Ellen Trepel-Lafond, the new child and youth rep for BC. But see, the thing is, lots of parents
appears to not be on the
records.
family and children's side, but actually on the ministry side.
Yeah, well, that's
really
it. She
important
used to be a
point
judge,
about
a lawyer, this, that, and the other thing. Just another
really
politician.
Disappointed in you. We were all hoping for good things.
Yeah, fantastic.
And all we see is the same crap, the same abuse coming onto our children. Why don't you actually do your job and actually look after the families and look after the children and rein in these goddamn social workers that are destroying the fabric of Canada?
Yeah, well, like she said at the Victoria University back in November of 2007, you know, social workers love children. There's nothing wrong with social workers. You're not there to place blame. You know, then what are you there for? You know, if you're not going to start pointing fingers and saying this is why this is happening and this is why that's happening, and start fixing those things, making social workers held responsible for their actions.
Can I say something about Mary Ellen Trepel-Lafond?
Okay.
About her saying that even now family members are going to need criminal record checks before they take children. There's a lot of parents out there who have kids who have criminal records. Social workers' assessments and evaluations of situations are so inaccurate and incomplete. If they go and say, well, you know what, your extended family can't take your kids because you have a criminal record, and they give the kids to someone else who has done a foster care program, all this other stuff, right? Then, first of all, that person with a criminal record, that might have been some shoplifting thing that, you know, they were just, you know, didn't want to pay for something, shoplifted something, got a criminal record. But the foster home may abuse and kill their child, or just abuse, or sexually assault, you know, because they don't do full, proper, you know, and repetitive assessments.
And these foster homes may not have criminal records, but who's to say they are a better parent?
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. Like, I mean, just because you have a criminal record, that's not a complete assessment of a situation.
Of your parenting skills, of you as a person who can be around children.
You might be an excellent parent. There's lots of parents out there with criminal records and are good moms and dads.
So they made a mistake.